Yo, what up? This T Money, man. Some of y'all know me as one of Wack100 top spinners out here, man. You know what I'm saying?
T Money in the building, one of the top spinners. You was one of his top spinners. You was on the inside for a while. Now you're on the outside, halfway, and I don't know. We got to get to that.
Right.
So let's start with I know we've talked about this, probably brushed over it, but like, how really did y'all meet? Was it on Clubhouse that y'all met, or was this before Clubhouse?
It was on Clubhouse, definitely.
Okay, now who was on Clubhouse first, you or Wack100?
I think Wack was on Clubhouse first, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't know exactly because we wasn't in the same spaces don't mean we wasn't on there at the same time.
Nah, that's true.
Because, you know, they initially started off with invites. So it was only exclusive to invites only. And I got my invite from J Prince Jr.
Okay.
So that's when I got on there.
Ah, that explains why Wack100 wanted you to run a play for him.
Right.
For J Prince and the Prince family.
He already knew what it was.
Because you was already tapped in, already had some, dealings with him and all that good stuff. So that's why he wanted, and then we know what that can entail out here in Texas. So Wack, you on your own for that one. How did he get introduced to Clubhouse? Did he just hear about it like everybody else, and then he just went and got an invite, or how did that work? Or did he hear it was popping and was like...
K Slay got him on Clubhouse.
Okay.
Because, at first, during the COVID and all that, it was a lot of celebrities on Clubhouse. So, they was on there doing their thing, and you know how the celebrities with the egos act, you know what I'm saying, and you know how they do. But the antidote was Wack, because he knew a lot of them, and he knew the type of things they done been through, and all of that. So every time one of the celebrity dudes or females on there try to go in on a fan or something, then it'll be Wack like, ain't you the same person that got this done to you? You know what I mean? Ain't you the same person that got that happen to you in the studio? Basically exposing them.
So, and all his Clubhouse people, they're the minions that basically get all this quote unquote dirt, if it's true or not, or hear from the streets. It's hearsay, even if it's a rumor, right?
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I asked this yet. Were y'all always on good terms? So when y'all first met, what was it? Were you going off on somebody and he took a liking to it and was like, oh man, I this dude T Money funny, and then from there, how did, I guess the first part is what made him actually rock with you, and then two, like, was it always a good relationship, or was it always just toxic from the get-go?
Nah, I mean, that's kind of like a
loaded
one
question.
Answer. It only take one answer, because it's always been toxic.
Got it.
And that's kind of what me and him meshed at, with the toxicity. You know what I'm saying? We both toxic than the mother. So it only made sense. And we done got into it a few times. A lot of times it never had nothing to do directly with us that led us to get into it, but one time it did. The girl Mika, the one that exposed him, laying on his stomach with his ass in the air and all that.
The infamous Mika.
So she was on there one day, and she was calling some female a monkey or something. It just sounded crazy, right? So I just called it out. I was calling a spade a spade. So at the time, I didn't know her and Wack was dealing with each other on no type of level. So when I go up in Wack room and she see me, she like, Wack, there go that T-Money nigga right there that was saying this and saying that. So we clashed right there. That was our first little clash right there. We got into it right there off top, off the back, right there. But we got past that, you know what I mean? and it was many more to come. We done got into it several times. Like I say, most of the time, it really didn't have nothing to do directly with me and him.
It was a third party that
we just both led clubs.
Oh God,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when one of my people get into it, one of his people or something like that, you know, then we end up clashing.
Let's get to the allegations. We're gonna say allegations because you know you got to do that on YouTube and everything nowadays.
Right.
You know, sensitive folk be, especially Wack100. So. Oh man, there's 4 allegations we need to get to. Let's start with let's see. Let's start with the minor allegations.
Man,
you don't want to tell me that. I ain't really hear much about that one. So,
you know what? Until this day, right now, with that, I think you recorded my phone call, all that. I think that's really cap. I don't think that's why he really mad. One day I got on Clubhouse and they was having a room and holding a conversation about Wack trying to mess with a minor, allegedly, or groom a minor, you know. And usually I would back him up, you know. I'll be backing him up, you know what I'm saying? But this time I'm like, bro, ain't no defending that. I can't, you know, I can't speak on that. He gonna have to speak for himself on something like that. I mean, ain't no type of backing up or nothing on that, bro. I mean, he on his own with that one. You know what I mean? I think he took that like I was switching sides or you know, trying to be on some other type stuff, you know. But I mean, I can't defend that. You know what I mean? When I hear something like that's not my place. That's not my spot to defend no allegations with you and a minor. You know what I mean? At all.
I wonder if he, and I could be wrong, I wonder if he was he probably ain't talked about that on no jump or anything. I haven't heard him talk about it much.
Nobody's gonna bring that up. Nobody really want to touch it because they in fear of the retaliation part. And I don't mean like physically retaliating or nothing like that, but as far as like defamation and all that. But this is not nothing made up. I was there in the room. So
he just going by what he heard in the room. That's what we
right.
Yeah,
literally heard him saying. So he talking to a chick and he asking her is she willing to sacrifice her daughter. You know what I mean? And he went to the conversation of the daughter can be sleeping in the bed with them, and you know, as she get older, you know, it become a family thing. This is real. I'm not making this up. It become like a family thing to where like he got the mama and the daughter. But at this time, we're talking about a 12-year-old daughter, right? So it was crazy, bro, because not only did I hear it, his girl heard it, R&B heard it.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. That's crazy.
When she heard it, it's audio everywhere. He tried to say it's AI, but it's audio everywhere of her saying like, I don't play with kids, and you know, I don't do that playing with games with kids and all that, and saying how weird the conversation was and how bothered she was by it. You know what I mean? But obviously she wasn't too bothered because she's still with him.
And That's definitely a fact.
You know what I mean? But it's just crazy to hear a grown ass man literally talking about grooming a minor in real time. So when the stuff came out about academics and all that, and he was defending it, it only made sense to me. Cause I'm like, bro, like, who in their right state of mind? Like, what are you thinking to sit here and literally plot on a mind? Asking this lady, would she sacrifice her child? She said yes. You know, she's saying yes. So the play was, he get her and fly her out, move her out there with the daughter, and basically raise them to be his, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean?
On some Diddy-ish.
Right. On some real live Diddy stuff. You know, and I'm like, bro, I can't fuck with that. I ain't. That right there is way like, I don't even want to entertain that conversation. But I had to because I was there. I heard this with my own ears. I was present in the room when it was going down. So it's not like somebody clipped or sent me a piece of audio or somebody said it's some he say she say. Nah, I was there. I heard the man talking about literally grooming a minor in real life.
That's crazy.
And it kind of it messed me up because like I really looked at him really different after that, bro. I'm like, is this man serious? Like, what is he really on? Grooming a minor in real life. And then he's saying it ain't illegal because he not doing nothing with her. He not trying to be, not trying to have no type of intercourse with her or nothing. He trying to raise her up to she of age. Then introduce, you know, it was a crazy conversation, and R&B heard this. She was hot. You know, the women, they conversate with each other, but you know, they disloyal too, so they record each other phone calls and all that. So they got the phone calls of R&B like tripped out about it. Like, you know, like, man, I ain't playing with no people kids. This is crazy, and this is sick. Like, she was like going in.
Speaking, I don't even know. Like that's one of the craziest allegations.
That is wild.
Here's a toned down one, and then we'll bring out another one. So the threesomes, like, do they be having a lot of threesomes? They pick up a lot of girls from Clubhouse and have threesomes? Because there was a girl that they said that they were having threesomes with, but I guess it's, you know, they kind of on some Adam 22 time, you know what I mean?
Of course they be recruiting different females and stuff like that, you know, on Clubhouse or wherever. He done been on there several times. Oh, I got a sister wife and all this kind of stuff. He done said it several times. Me and him, we have a lot of conversations on the back end. You know, he called me a lot, you know, so-called trying to put me up on game, how to be devious and all this kind of stuff, you know. So he telling me, you know, T, this what I do. If your girl going through your phone and all that stuff, just go get another phone. Leave it in the car, leave it off or something like that. That's what I do. I'm like, hold on, what? So all this time, the man got all these different phones that he using to where R&B don't really know nothing about it. You know what I mean? She don't know too much. She don't know nothing about it because she only focused on his actual phone that he using every day. But the man got landmines of phones to where he just trying to get with any and everything. He trying to hit any and everything. It's crazy. Like he what they call a sexual deviant.
Yeah,
like,
sexual deviant. Exactly.
He don't care. Like he just trying to hit any and everything. But he definitely got some private phones, some secret phones, burners, whatever you want to call it. You know. And I'm pretty sure R&B don't know about them phones and all that. You know, it's a lot of stuff that she probably do know about, that they probably do partake together, but not the phones. Not the phones.
So
man.
R&B, ask about them phones.
You know.
So a lot of people, I got a question in the sense of what do you think, what you can pick off of talking with Wack and knowing him for a while. Do you think that Wack100 has dirt on Adam and then vice versa? Do you think Adam got some dirt on Wack100? Because that's what a lot of people are saying. That's why Adam really fears him, because he got some dirt on him.
I think Adam is already kind of like out in the open, like especially with the stuff that him and his wife got going on and all that. And so I'm pretty sure it's not too much dirt that Wack can have on Adam, because Adam is just pretty much like an open book and he don't care. That's one of the niggas you don't want to mess with, because they don't care. It don't matter. It don't matter what you say, what kind of dirt you think you got, none of that. At the end of the day, it don't matter at all. But if the shoe was on the other foot and it was Adam, and we talking about Wack, just like I just said with that other phone or other phones, it can be a whole plethora of stuff, man, that Adam know. And I'm pretty sure people done hit Adam up several times, you know, sending him this and that, and you know, saying all kind of stuff about Wack that he probably never mentioned before, you know. I'm very convinced of that.
So I know you keep hearing it, and we briefly talked about this, but I know you really want to get into it. How do you feel about people saying that, you know, you did this to somebody that bailed you out that's from a whole nother coast, and this, that, and the third? Like, do you feel, like, what do you feel about that?
I mean, people are entitled to their own opinions, you know. I've been hearing this literally for the last 3 or 4 years. For those of you who don't know, I'm the one that broke the news. Nobody knew nothing about that at all. Wack didn't say nothing. Nobody else said nothing. I came on there and said it, and it went viral. From Clubhouse to YouTube to the YouTube streets. Now, I'ma just keep it real for a second, right? Now, Wack done a lot of snake devilish stuff. And that's not just to me, but pretty much everybody around him. He gotta be the hardest pit in the litter. He gotta be the top dog and all that. You know what I'm saying? He gotta be all that. But when I say I do not care, what nobody else talking about or think. I literally do not give no fuck about what nobody else talking about or think. And I'ma tell you why. Because I let this narrative run for 3 or 4 years without even trying to clear it up, without trying to say nothing at all, without trying to say nothing at all, without trying to clear nothing up. When the truth is right there in everybody's face, you know what I mean? Now, you got your jail release papers with the date, with the time, all that. It also show the bail amount, the percentages and all that, you know what I mean? Now, let's keep it real for a second. The bail is $1,500. The main sent $1,500. I am in Texas. Everybody know your bail is set at 10% of whatever that is. So if your bail is $1,500, then it's what, $150. You know what I'm saying? If your bail $15,000, it's $1,500. You know, it's simple math. It's not hard to figure out. A lot of people was hitting around it and getting, you know, real warm. You know what I'm saying? But to answer everybody's question, I ain't never needed a nigga to bail me out of nowhere, honestly speaking. Now, I can really dive deep into depth with this, you know, but I'm gonna stay on the surface level right now. And give y'all some game. Now, the nigga said, I got the timestamps with the screenshots of the cash apps and all that at the time. It showed the time that he sent the cash app. It showed the time that I got released and all of that. You know what I mean? So y'all just gotta do the math, bro. I don't wanna have to spell it out for y'all. I mean, for the slow people in the back. But I mean, if that's the narrative y'all wanna run with, be my guest. You know I'm not tripping. I've been letting it run on for 3-4 years already without even beginning to try to correct it. You know what I'm saying?
Extorting Wack100.
Right, you know, without even beginning to try to correct it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, bro, a nigga, honestly, I was at home with my feet up. You know what I mean? With my feet up, kicked back when I got bailed out, man. And you know, that's just the honest to God truth, you know. And I know some people don't like the truth, you know. Some people don't like medicine because it don't taste good. But you know, I was at home with my feet kicked up. So a lot of folks will be on the internet, oh, what type of dude are you? You had to call this man to bail you out. The first thing he say, oh, I reached way across from California to Texas and I did this and did that. Yeah, A for effort. You know, you got an A for effort, you know. But at the same time, I also knew you was trying to get down with my wife talking about sending P.O. boxes and all that old other extra old crazy stuff, and how she need to get away from me. Now if me and Jet cool, and Jet dealing with 2 women, Jet ain't finna sit on the phone and record they conversation and fail to mention it to me. You know, if me and Jack cool, at the least he gonna be like, bro, I just got off this phone call with your girl and I'm hearing this and hearing that. I got the audio. I'm gonna let you hear it and see what's going on. Did Wack do that? Nah, he was on some extra girl stuff. Like he's sitting back like a real live female and listening like a weasel, listening in the background, just on the phone, just dry listening. Even the conversation with me and the girl, I'm on the phone talking to her. This nigga Wack on the phone on mute recording the whole time. She trying to get me an interrogation. I'm not going because that's just not what I do. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I'ma answer whatever I answer, however I answer it at any time. It don't matter if the camera rolling or not. It don't matter if we in private or public. And if you ask me something crazy, then I'm going to tell you, why are you asking me this shit right now? You know, it's gonna raise antennas. But this man was on the phone the whole time, listening to the conversation. Not sending me no message like, yo, T-Money, look what's going on, listen to this. None of that, no heads up about nothing. This man on the phone like a broad in the background listening. But now he got the nerve to be mad at Stan G talking about my woman. Man, if you don't get out of here with that. Like, that's just straight fugazi. That's crazy. I used to be like Wack right-hand man when it comes to this internet and running plays and all of that, you know what I'm saying? So it was like nothing. I could literally speak and say certain things. I can defend this man without him being there and say exactly what he gonna say. And he'll have no problem with it because he'll be like, damn, I couldn't have said it any better. Or that's exactly what I would have said. That's when you get the reading a person and knowing what's really going on, man. Like, the dude is just all over the place, man. Really, all over the place. And it's crazy because I try to keep it cool. You know what I mean? I try to keep it cool and all that. But at the same time, I'm knowing who I'm dealing with. I'm knowing what's really going on. You know, I'm one of the ones that he can't spin. I'm one of the ones that he know for a fact I do not care about nothing. So all of the little games and plays he try to do and run on everybody else, he know for sure that ain't gonna work with me because I don't care. I don't care what you say, how you say it, nothing at all. And he know this. So as you notice, he ain't really tried to come at me publicly in a certain type of way because he already know this. He know I ain't going, and he know for a fact I'ma stand on 10. I'ma stand on all 10, man. You know what I'm saying? I'ma stand on all 10, and I know before he even begin to run a play or anything like that, I'm already 10 steps ahead of it. And this is not something like made up or something where he gotta like try to figure out he know this. Right? So it is what it is, man, you know. But it just really been a lot of crazy stuff, man.
He's on his Wack100 rollout. Once he start on that BS, you already know he's like, oh, what's going on? Is he trying to gear up for Blueface to get out, or whatever the case may be? Ain't no telling, but you already could tell when he on his shenanigans. Like, yep, he on his Wack100 shenanigans.
Like it's all cap. It's all cap. Like he try to dangle. He tried to dangle like a carrot or something, like, you know, and make it seem like, oh, I'm your way out. I can help you do this and do that. When in reality, that's never his intention at all. His intention is to keep you at bay and control you with that thought, like, of you thinking like, oh man, if I keep fucking with this nigga, he gonna put me in position to do this and do that, you know what I mean? So as long as you thinking that and believing that, he got you right where he wants you. You know, he got you right where he wants you as long as he got you believing that. And it's crazy because it's a lot of people that do, especially like on Clubhouse and all that. Like it's a lot of people that think that Wack is finna
give him a record deal,
blow them out the water. Yeah, like
give him a movie deal, give him a record deal, TV deal.
Yes, it's a lot of people on there that just think Wack is the end all be all. Like he just finna, you know, turn them up to a whole nother level. And when that's not the case. He used that. That's one of his tools. That's one of his tools. He try to make it seem like he gonna do this and do that for you. But at the same time holding you at bay, controlling you, trying to control you. And that's all it is, it's just another control tactic.